Hello everybody and welcome here to Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park for this Mountain Division matchup between the visiting Rio Grande Valley FC Toros and the home side New Mexico United. We're going to step aside and have pregame coming up for you here in just a moment. The 2021 New Mexico United season is presented by Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. My name is Tyler Ortega, joined tonight by Chris Hurst. And Chris, the playoff push is on for both of these sides. New Mexico sitting in 6th in the Mountain Division, RGV currently sitting in 5th. A win tonight for either side would see them go up above that playoff line.
Yeah, the playoffs really, truly do start in September here in New Mexico. Huge game tonight, and you can almost sense it. There's an atmosphere around the stadium, there's an atmosphere around the players, around all the staff. You can tell that this is just a massive game tonight.
Let's go ahead and have a look now at tonight's players to watch, brought to you by Lumen Optimal Wellness. Enjoy a healthier body and mind today. Starting off here, Chris, for New Mexico, it is the 28-year-old Alex Tambakis, the Greek goalkeeper, tied for 4th overall in the USL Championship with 6 clean sheets.
Yeah, and obviously looking to add to that today, but going up against the offense in RGV that have only failed to score in one game all season, so he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
And now on the other side, it is the other man between the sticks. It's Tyler Derrick, number 1, the goalkeeper for RGV. The Houston native has 90 appearances under his belt for Houston Dynamo and MLS.
Yeah, and they've conceded a lot of goals recently, RGV. 8 goals in the last 5 games. They'll be looking to put a stop to that, and a new look New Mexico United offense going against them tonight.
We're going to go ahead and step aside here for just a moment. We'll be back with lineups and kickoff in just
Dub's new crispy hand-breaded classic chicken sandwich plus fries for $5.99 is made live in a real-life sports bar with live non-virtual friends. This is real life. So real it's $5.99 for a limited time. Buffalo Wild Wings.
In the 2019 Reader's Choice Awards from the Albuquerque Journal, Sandia Resort and Casino was voted Albuquerque's favorite casino. Best customer service, best entertainment venue, best slot machines and poker room, best variety of table games, best rewards program, and best golf course. Best buffet, favorite nightclub, favorite casino. Albuquerque, you deserve the best. Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary.
This is where we keep our memories. We've shared so many adventures. Those sounds, shapes, those special places. We've missed them.
We're ready for some new adventures.
And so is New Mexico.
Let's go.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
It's getting late, but your crew is just getting started. Head to B-Dubs for 50% off this loaded lineup of tots, chips, and ultimate nachos. But wait, house beer for just $3? There's officially something for everyone. Even that friend whose curfew is 10 p.m. Late night at Buffalo Wild Wings.
back at the lab here, Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst, as we are just wrapping up the national anthem here ahead of kickoff, as we're going to go ahead and look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Michelob Ultra. And we're going to start off first with the black and yellow of New Mexico. Chris, starting off as we looked at Alex Tambakis as our player to watch. We do see Kalen Ryden back there alongside Rashid Tete, Austin Yearwood. But it's the front line, Chris, that really jumps out. Sergio Rivas, Amando Moreno, and Chris Weehan. A lot of pace there.
Yeah, pace is the word, right? And obviously David Najem and Daniel Bruce from behind as well. Guzman and Mohamed will have a big job anchoring that midfield, allowing the front five essentially to go and do their thing.
Let's take a look now at the Toros of RGV. Starting off first with their goalkeeper, Tyler Derrick. We do see Adrian Dispe, Carter Manley, alongside Eric Pimentel. They're in the back line. We see the midfield made up of Murphy and Ikaza, but it's going to be Elvis, Amo, and Lopez that we're keeping an eye on here today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they actually line up, whether it is a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2. Wouldn't be surprised to see them add an extra number in midfield to try and counter how much of the ball New Mexico United tend to have.
That is the curse. You see New Mexico United owner Peter Trevisani out there giving some high fives, jumping into the crowd. Let's have a look now at the Garcia Automotive Group. Keys to the game. Keep the momentum going. 3 wins out of their last 4 for the black and yellow. Looking to build on that here tonight. Score first against RGV, Chris. In the 3 games these teams have played against each other, New Mexico has not scored first in any of them. This is the Ben Sherman Law Injury Report. Sam Hamilton, Harry Swartz, both expected to be out for the remainder of the season for New Mexico. And that is Juan Guzman in the center circle. Looks like we are just about ready to go here. Some Wednesday night soccer action here on ESPN Plus and Estrella TV. And with that, the second meeting between these 2 clubs this season is underway. We'll start it off here with Ryden playing the long ball, looking for Amando Moreno. Unsuccessful. Going back the other way is Flores, and spreads it out to Ikaza now. And one of the Toros is down on the ground already. Over on the far side of the pitch from where all the action is. Making the run there, that was Frank Lopez. Didn't exactly see what happened. It looks like it may be Adrian Dispe.
It was an early ball from Kalen Ryden up forward then. It looks like maybe Armando Moreno maybe either just caught him with an inadvertent elbow, or whether they maybe clashed heads when he was trying to flick the ball on. Nothing sinister about it or anything like that, but an early stoppage here.
Less than 60 seconds into this match, Chris, and this is the first time that RGV have been back at the lab since October of 2019, Chris. 725 days. That game ended 1-1. Scoring for New Mexico, Sam Hamilton. And for RGV, it was Small in the 40th minute from the penalty spot. That was 2 seasons ago. So we have another look here at this TLC replay. Yearwood getting shoved to ground as well. He seemed to be okay. It was the action that was prior to that, but Dispe is up. He looks to be all right. Dispe out of Havana, Cuba, stands 6'3", the defender. 27 years old. That is Alex Tambakis. Comes in on the night with 61 saves. That's 9th best in USL Championship. On 86 shots faced, about 71%. Successful there is Tambakis, keeping things out of the net. Here's Ryden looking for the run of Austin Yearwood, and that's going to go back to Tyler Derrick. Chase to that. Austin Yearwood just letting that one run out. It's going to be a throw in here for New Mexico. Yearwood just blasts that one off the RGV player.
You see that's Carter Manley all the way from right back. It does look like RGV have started in a back 4. It's morphed into a back 5 every now and again there. But yeah, definitely it looks like a back 4 there, but not afraid to send their outside backs nice and high there.
Ryden plays that one out to David Najam, who tried to flick it on to Amando Moreno. Salih Muhammad. Muhammad we saw enter the last match here at the lab a couple of weeks ago as a sub. This is his first start at the lab this season for New Mexico after being re-signed from Oakland Roots. Re-signed on August 27th was Salih Muhammad. Here's Carter Manley out of Elk Ridge, Maryland. 5'11" defender. Listed at 170 as Manley. Probably weighs a little bit more than that as Fjellberg tried to work his way around. Kalen Ryden said no.
Early test for New Mexico United here. It seems like RGV's definitely started on the front foot, getting all the territory. New Mexico just a little sloppy in possession in the midfield there. Couldn't really get hold of the ball. Early chance for RGV to test out Alex Tambakis, who we spoke about before the game.
This is a Bank of America corner kick here. And going to send this one is Andres Flores. He plays it short, actually. And that ball stolen away. It was well done. That looked like Juan Pablo Guzman. However, cross played in now. Dealt with by New Mexico. This is Sergio Rivas, the hometown kid from Albuquerque. These two sides have met once before this season. That was back on May 1st. It was the season opener with Elvis Amo scoring the only goal that night. It was an RGV 1-0 win out at HEB Park. Here's Amo. Amo cuts it across, and that shot was partially blocked by Tete and just cleared away by Salih Muhammad.
Great start by RGV. You can see they're asking all the questions right now. New Mexico United cannot get hold of the ball right now. It's they're trying to just slow the game down. You can see Juan Pablo Guzman before tried to just pick a pass just to try and calm things down a little bit. But this right now is the longest that New Mexico United have kept the ball, and there they have given it away again. They just can't seem to keep it right now.
Now this is Daniel Bruce, the Englishman. Lays it off. Salih Muhammad connects now with Rivas, who has switched sides, plays the through ball for Bruce. Goes down in the box, and not going to get any sort of whistle there from the official. It will be a throw-in for New Mexico. Yearwood. Yearwood will play it back to Kalen Ryden. Ryden, just like his jersey number 22, this is his 22nd appearance on the season here. His 21st start. His one substitute appearance came against Phoenix about a month ago, as he was returning from injury. Guzman lays that one off. Najim will play it back to Tete. Here's Austin Yearwood. Moreno. Too heavy of a touch there for Moreno, and that's going to be cleared away by Jai. That's Babukar Jai out of Gambia. Back to Manley now. And this looking for the run of Amo. The flag stays down. Lays it off for Fjellberg. Ball falls. It's chipped forward into the box. Ikaza plays it in, and that's going to be out. And it's another corner kick coming up here for the visitors.
You can almost sense that maybe the gravity of the evening has maybe got to the players a little bit as well. Especially it's easier to be a defender in games like this because clearing and defending and destroying is a little easier in games when you're nervous. But yeah, it seems like definitely RGV have settled the faster of the two teams.
So corner kick coming up here for the Toros. Sending this one is Andres Flores. Flores will play the cross in this time. Looking towards the back post. Rising up was Murphy, but unable to win the header. Manley now will chase this down and plays it back to Tyler Derrick. Bruce comes up with the interception. Weehan was in an offside position. Back to Derrick, and he'll stick a left boot through it. Yearwood. Here's the Colombian Juan Pablo Guzman. Tete now being chased by Lopez. So from what we can tell, it looks like Icaza was playing in the 10 originally. As this ball goes by, Armando Moreno takes a touch around the keeper, and Moreno, he's going to be called for offside as the flag from the AR is up on the far side. Moreno was certain that he had found the back of the net for the 5th time this season.
You can tell by players' reactions, right? And Armando Moreno, as soon as it was before the ball hit the back of the net. If you look, when he plays the touch, he actually has a little look across at the line. It's almost like he knew. You could see he's looking over there. But that was really, really close. See the through ball there? Really hard to tell from that angle. Dispe was pretty confident. No, it wasn't Dispe. It was Pimentel was pretty confident that it was offside there. G as well, but yeah, hard to tell from that angle. Originally when it happened, my first instinct was it wasn't. However, yeah, not going to get that one back. But that was the first little glimpse of movement, and just trying to work out. New Mexico United, they're definitely not in the formation that they're in. They pulled a little switcheroo. It's almost like a little 4-4-2 diamond at times. Daniel Bruce is playing on the shoulders high all the time. He's not being given a defensive responsibility, basically. He's just been told, play off the shoulders of the RGV defenders and stay high there. And he's the highest player with Armando Moreno right now.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Guzman plays this one out to David Najim. Plays it off Sergio Rivas now. Riding over for Salih Muhammad now. Looking for Moreno. Moreno makes the run. Flag stays down. Here's Armando Moreno near side. Picked up by Manley. Plays it off Austin Yearwood. Muhammad now. Bay Area native Salih Muhammad. Richmond, California, as we mentioned, transferred back from Oakland roots nearly a month ago to the date. This ball played over. Daniel Bruce gets the head to it. It falls now. Sergio Rivas. And he loses possession. United just look a little out of sorts here through these first 10 minutes or so, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, clunky, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of a better word to describe it than that right now. It's especially in that middle part of the field. It's so congested. The gravity of the situation, the field conditions, everything's playing its part. We're just making it a little sloppy in the middle of the field there.
We've got our Fiesta Auto Group free kick taken quickly there by Juan Pablo Guzman. And that is the gaffer there for RGV. That's Wilmer Cabrera. Colombian. Plenty of playing experience, coaching experience as well. This is his second stint down at RGV. Weehan now heading over to send this Bank of America corner kick in. With over 4,600 locations, convenient banking is just around the corner. This is Chris Weehan. He scored here in the last game when he dueled with his brother, his younger brother, Charlie Weehan, with Real Monarchs. He scored the game winner against San Antonio as well just a few days ago. Nothing doing off that corner. It's played back now. Here's Salih Muhammad. Back for Austin Yearwood. That'll go all the way back to the Athenian Alex Tambakis. Rivas. And they're really trying to find those runs of Daniel Bruce.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide it, are they? Bruce is just literally hanging around looking the entire time you see he's moving. He's pointing in the space behind and just looking for that ball in behind. And they're just not quite connecting on those passes. Just looking for that one mistake. And it was the one mistake earlier that maybe led to the disallowed goal from Armando Moreno. They're looking for that next one now.
Ball was bouncing around there in the midfield, and ultimately it's going to be a free kick here for New Mexico. As you mentioned, that is Wilmer Cabrera's second stint with RGV. Colombian, previously coached for Chivas USA, the Houston Dynamo, as well as the U.S. men's national U17 team. To talk about some experience and some pedigree, look no further. It's Chris Weehan, Fiesta Auto Group free kick. Weehan floats it, looking back post. He was looking for the run of Kalen Wright, and Rashid Tete was there as well, but the foul is called. It's going to be a free kick here for RGV.
Based on the first 15 minutes here, we're not in for a game that's going to live long in the memories of many fans, is it? Like, you can tell that there's so much riding on this game. It's almost like the players are playing to not make a mistake,
right,
rather than expressing themselves like there is. There's so much riding on the game. We talked about it pre-game, and you can just sense it, the way they're playing, the mistakes that people are making, the passes that maybe a month ago they were willing to make, and now they're holding on to it or taking an extra touch. It's just, you can just tell the gravity of the game is a little more today.
Amo turns, tried to let one rip with the left, and it was blocked. It looked like Salih Muhammad got in there to thwart the effort. But no, you're exactly right, Chris. I mean, in looking at these standings, New Mexico in 6th, they're level on points with RGV. Although with a game in hand, RGV have played 26, New Mexico have played 25, level on 35 points. But then you have Bold, who's sitting at on that playoff line in 4th place at 36. They've won 3 out of their last 5, Austin Bolt.
And I mean, in both teams here tonight, I mean, a word to describe them both is patchy, right? This season, like New Mexico United went on that 7-game streak where they couldn't buy a win. RGV went on a 9-game streak. So they've both, like RGV at the start of the season, set off like a house on fire. Then El Paso just ate up that lead and then just kept on going. El Paso, the only team that have managed to stop RGV from scoring this year. So if I'm at New Mexico United going into this game tonight, I'm thinking I need to score 2 to win this game, because no one except El Paso have managed to stop them scoring, and that was all the way back in May.
Which is, it's truly incredible, you know, and especially once you mention the run of, the last 10 games where they've only picked up 2 wins so far. If you're scoring goals, I think that obviously speaks to the defensive issues that you have. As Bruce onside here, he's got options. Bruce crosses it, looking for Moreno. It's headed away. Najim will play it back. Muhammad! Salih Muhammad with the banger! And it's 1-0 New Mexico lead in the 18th minute.
Wow. That's the word for that goal right now. You can see David Najim, he meant it. He saw Salih Muhammad just hanging around outside the 18-yard box, and he just puts his head on it and just drops it where Salih Muhammad doesn't have to take a touch. He just unleashes a strike. Last time we saw that was at the Colorado Springs last year. Unbelievable strike, top bins.
Salih bangers only Muhammad. Welcome back to the land of black and yellow. And there was an interview where he did after the last home game where he's like, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm home, is what he said. And what a way to announce yourself on your first start back at the lab. Belts it in.
I don't know if you could hit that much sweeter. He hits it on the half volley and it's just rising all the time. And Derrick just can't do anything. By the time he's got any time to kind of react to it, it's already in the back of the net, bouncing back, nearly hitting him on the back of the head. Unbelievable strike.
Here, RGV quick with the counter. I believe Elvis Almo went to ground New Mexico didn't seem too keen on stopping play. However, now the official will blow his whistle and stop play. That is Adam Kilpatrick, our center referee tonight, checking on Elvis Amo. So it is Elvis Amo out of Accra, Ghana. One of two Ghanaians on the pitch tonight, along with Rashid Tete, who's also from Accra. Amo stands 6'2", 165, the 29-year-old. Elvis Amo, also the leading goal scorer for RGV this season. He has 9 goals in just 16 appearances. It looks to be all right as play is resumed here for New Mexico. That ball given away by Juan Pablo Guzman, but he comes in with a hard challenge and wins the ball back cleanly. Here's Fjellberg, turns, looking to find the run of Lopez. Tete gives chase. Tete. Lopez with his back to goal, tries to turn around. Fjellberg comes in, goes to ground. He's not going to get any call there. And that's going to be a goal kick for New Mexico.
Fjellberg just ran out of room a little bit there, tried to buy a call from the referee as well, you know, kind of went down a little too easy. Alex Tambakis asking for the yellow card for the dive there, but great defending by Rashid Tete there. Didn't bite on the early run, lots of pace, did well to keep with him, stride for stride, stayed on his feet, didn't dive in, slowed the game down, allowed New Mexico United to get numbers back. Yeah,
Rashid Tete making his 15th appearance, 15th start on the season. He was in the team of the week back in week 18, just about a month ago. Stispe does not connect cleanly with that one.
Rashid Tete's had a very good last month, I think we could all say, right? He had I'd say a very, very, obviously, Rookie of the Year 2019, 2020, yep. Not what he hoped for, I'm sure. Didn't start the 2021 season, but since he's come into the team, he's grown into the team, and right now I'd say he's undroppable.
I really saw him come in when Kalen Ryden was hurt, deputized beautifully, obviously, when Sam Hamilton went down. Here comes Elvis Amo. Elects to go for Fjellberg. Here's Fjellberg, one-on-one with Tete, goes for goal, and it's saved by Tambakis.
Tambakis, you can see, he just took a step to his left, anticipating the cross, and Fjellberg probably saw that and just tried to sneak it in at the near post. Great reactions by Tambakis.
So it is a Bank of America corner kick coming up here for the visitors. So we can take a look here on this TLC replay. This ball played high to the back post, and it goes over the head of everybody. Mohamed will give chase and boot it to midfield where Manley heads it back. Murphy now scoops one in. Najim comes in, makes contact. Fjellberg goes to ground, but no call.
There was a moment there, New Mexico United all pushed out. They didn't pick up Fjellberg, and Najim did well just to get his body there. Did just enough to put him off because it was going to be a free header there. But RGV have shown that they're dangerous from set pieces. Last week, Dispe scored their second goal against United 2. Scored straight from a corner as well. They are dangerous from set pieces.
Here comes Elvis Amo looking for his 10th goal of the season. And that was a great slide challenge by Juan Pablo Guzman, who is subsequently taken out and draws the foul. Two clubs battling over the Atlantic Division's final playoff spot take center stage when the USL on ESPN continues. Charlotte Independence travels north to Dillon Stadium to take on Hartford Athletic tomorrow, September 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. So throw in here, Sergio Rivas gets it into Chris Weehan. Chipped forward, Daniel Bruce just misses with the header, but it falls to Rivas once again. Here's Najum. He's got options. David Najum sends that one halfway up the curse.
You could tell he just didn't quite fancy that. The ball came across. He had a decent first touch. My instinct was just hit it, and he took that extra touch just to roll it a couple of extra inches to the right there, and you could see he just didn't quite fancy it. A confident player in that position would have hit it on his second touch. You could tell he just took that extra touch, sails over the bar.
That ball's gone over the head there of Babu Karjai. Guzman now. Kalen Ryden, the team leader in clearances with 78, in blocks with 16. And of course, this one should come as no surprise, Chris, leads the team in aerial duels won, the golden helmet for New Mexico United, winning 64 on the season. Daniel Bruce plays the cross in and fizzes that one just over the crossbar.
I giggle every time I hear that nickname, by the way. Just think of that, the movie. The Star Wars spoof. That's the one I'm thinking. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Spaceballs.
There we go. That's the one. Makes you giggle every time.
Here's Fieldberg. Plays that one back. Carter Manley. Manley was looking to play it for Amo. He held his run because he knew he was offside, but also going to say that Lopez was offside as well. So that is your goal scorer, Salim Muhammad, with an absolute rocket into the back of the net in the 18th minute. I'm sure we'll see that one nominated for goal of the week.
I'm sure it'll be voted for a few times as well.
It's New Mexico, typically favored to win those goal of the week, save of the weeks whenever they're entered in there. As we saw with Armando Moreno winning goal of the week last week for his solo effort against Real Monarchs. Breaking the ankles of the defender as Orozco, the victim, unfortunately. But Moreno, you could tell, since he's come back from El Salvadorian national team duty, Chris, his level of play has turned up a couple.
Yeah, and it's obvious that New Mexico United missed him as well. There's no hiding the fact that when he was away, there was a piece of the puzzle that wasn't there. So having him back and adding him to Chris Weehan, obviously Chris Weehan came while he was away on international duty, so seeing them together on the pitch just gives another level for the other team, RGV in tonight's case, to worry about.
Yearwood has that one poked away. It falls to Juan Pablo Guzman. Colombian will play it back for Kalen Ryden, now Sergio Rivas. The Albuquerque native, Sergio Rivas. Najum cuts it in. Najum looked to scoop one forward, looking for the run of Rivas. Nothing doing. Tyler Derrick, I'm sure, getting an earful from the curse right behind him. At one point was considered one of the best keepers in MLS was Tyler Derrick. Spielberg has that one poked away, and it's throw in here for RGV.
Just lacking rhythm, isn't it, this game? It's New Mexico United had a little 3-4 minute period of some pressure, and there's scrappiness, then RGV have a go for a bit, then the scrappiness. There's no real rhyme or reason or rhythm to the game right now. Neither team's really taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
Which is interesting, especially when you consider the magnitude of a game like this.
I mean, and look, last week, Saturday, New Mexico United in San Antonio, another division rival, and just absolutely dominated the ball. 60% by the end of the game, I think it was, and finally got their reward for it, with the Chris Weehan late goal, 84th minute. But they've really struggled to dominate possession today.
Murphy trying to lay that one off for Ikaza. Here's Murphy again. Connects. Lopez, left-footed shot, and it's blocked.
Great tackle by Sergio Rivas, I think it was there, tracking back. Rashid Tete, misplaced pass into the midfield, and he owes Sergio Rivas there because Rivas tracked him stride for stride. Great sliding block there. That was big trouble for New Mexico United.
And that's not typically an area that you see Sergio Rivas doing that type of work in.
No, I mean, he's definitely dogged in his work that he does in midfield, but that deep, yeah, you certainly don't see that.
Corner kick played in here, looking towards the middle of the box, and it's going to be headed out to Murphy, and now
that's the helmet again.
Is Kalen Ryden down to ground, and immediately calling for the trainer was Alex Tambakis. Kalen Ryden out of Norman, Oklahoma, stands 6'2", the defensive stalwart for this New Mexico United team. It's being checked out there by head athletic trainer Tyler Harris for New Mexico United. Let's take another look here. TLC replay. Yeah, Ryden goes up. You can see him there just
a head-on
penalty spot. Yeah, head-on-head collision there, and of course with the concussion protocols, all of that good stuff. Just got to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, you can see Tyler Harris, quick thumbs up there to the bench, let him know he's okay, but how important it is, and Kalen Ryden does it better than anyone, getting first contact on the ball when the ball comes in the box. That's huge. Winning that first ball, yes, the second ball, just as important, but getting that first contact is absolutely massive.
It's incredible. I swear there's some sort of magnet in his skull that just draws him to every single header on the pitch. It's brilliant. Tambakis will get us back underway, and Kalen Ryden re-enters for New Mexico. That is Austin Yearwood, Charlotte, North Carolina native. Bruce gets taken out from behind. No foul is called. Yearwood still in possession. Try to poke that one through for Bruce. Just mistimes it. Ball's just bouncing around. Moreno goes to ground. No foul, says Adam Kilpatrick. He's Ryden, first touch. It's coming back on. He looks to be just fine. Tete plays this one long, looking for Sergio Rivas. Tyler Derrick come out to the edge of his box. Gather that one up. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and our friend Devin Kerr. Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. That was Rashid Tete sliding to clear the danger there. And Moreno again going to ground. Amado Moreno has taken some licks so far.
Him and Daniel Bruce, right? The few times that Daniel Bruce has managed to get the ball to his feet as well, he's been lit up a couple of times too. Those two guys really struggling. Thinking Chris Weehan, how many times have we mentioned his name? Amado Moreno, other than taking his legs, he's struggled. The goal, disallowed goal. That front three, as it's lined up right now, with Bruce on the left, Weehan on the right, have really struggled to get the ball in any kind of positive way facing RGV's goal. It's really been a tightly contested match by the back four right now with RGV.
Fjellberg.
And I'm wondering if we wouldn't see a little more out of Daniel Bruce if he was a little deeper, because we all know he loves the ball to his feet and he loves to run. And right now he's trying to run behind and it's not quite working. So how can New Mexico United do it? Just a little tweak, try and get the ball at his feet and try and get him running at the back four of RGV.
A bit of a newer role for Daniel Bruce here tonight. Rather than playing it wing back like we typically see. You know, and it could be, look at this size difference.
I was just about to say, I'm not sure how often, you know, I'm not sure how Amando Moreno is going to go in at halftime and thank Alex Tambakis for shelling the ball up where he's up against Alex Tapé. He's not going to win that battle.
Here's Amo. Amo has that cross blocked by Yearwood, and that is out for a Bank of America corner kick. So this is the 5th corner of the match here for RGV, compared to 0 for New Mexico. This is Flores. Flores will play this one in. Looking, finds Amo, and it takes a deflection and it's blasted well over the bar. I believe that one was Frank Lopez. Just got way underneath that.
That was a bullet dodge. We talked earlier about the first contact. RGV got the first contact on that. Can't see who it was in the middle of the box, but the ball was played a little further out. It was played almost. He probably could have took a touch. He had a little more time than what he thought.
Yeah, New Mexico fortunate to still be up 1-0 here in this one. So we're in the 36th minute. Less than 10 minutes remaining here in the first 45. Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst here on the call, whether you're watching on ESPN Plus or statewide in the state of New Mexico on Estrella TV. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Some Wednesday night Mountain Division USL Championship action. Playoff push is underway. As I mentioned, a win here for either side would see them move up into the 4th spot in the Mountain Division, which is the last playoff spot, as David Najum is going to be called for the foul. So, I mean, technically, Chris, the playoffs start in a month. But for these two sides here tonight, it's fair to say the playoffs already here.
Because of that stretch that both teams had. You know, the 9 games for RGV without a win, the 7 games for New Mexico United. Was it 5 games where they couldn't score as well? That stretch right there meant that everything got bumped forward a month, essentially. So yeah, it is 100%. It's in the must-win category, the game today. You know, they win tonight. It's in their own hands. These two teams play each other another 2 times before the season ends. Yep. And it just sends a message. You know, like so far, we were talking earlier with some of the staff around here. New Mexico United has never beaten RGV. They can plan, if that carries on tonight, that's in the back of the minds of the New Mexico United players in the other 2 games remaining in the season. They can win tonight. Maybe that plants that little seed of doubt in the RGV players for the remaining 2 games of the season as well.
Rivas tried to run it. Carter Manley had that one poked away. No, absolutely. I mean, just in terms of the mental edge, right, going into those other 2 games. And maybe it's something that RGV has coming into this game, already having beat New Mexico, although that seems like it was a lifetime ago. It was the season opener played down in HEB Park.
I'll wait to be corrected by any statos on social media, but I believe this is the first time New Mexico United has ever scored first against RGV.
I believe you are correct, actually. This is Amando Moreno, cuts it back. Here's Moreno, sweet feet from the El Salvadorian. Amando Moreno laced it over the crossbar. And he was not far off on that one.
That's what we've been waiting for. We said he's really struggled to get the ball to his feet, get the defenders faced up. The defense has been so tight on Moreno, Weehan, Bruce, all those guys. So first time he gets a chance to get faced up his defender, beats him all hands up, little move to go inside, beats 1, beats 2, and then absolutely unleashes 1. And Derrick had it covered. I think he pulled his hands away a little bit there. If it was on target, I think he would have saved it. But a little sighting of what maybe Armando Moreno starting to come to life tonight.
Here's Fieldberg, marked by Yearwood here on this near side. Fieldberg tries to play the cross in, and he's turned away. Yearwood making his 24th appearance, his 22nd start this season. Over the past 2 seasons, combined 2019-2020, made 26 starts, 32 appearances for the Black and Yellow. This is his first professional club out of High Point University. He played with Tete as well. Kazaa turns, tried to play that one into Fieldberg, and New Mexico able to deal with it. Moreno was giving chase there to Dispe. Mohammed turns and tried to play that one back the other way. It went as far as Murphy. Lopez now cuts it back. Lopez. Fieldberg. Looking for Amo. Back post. Amo! And he's saved. Big save from the Athenian Alex Tambakis. And there David Najim comes in to pick the pocket and giving it right back. Here's Amo in the 18, has that one blocked by Rashid Tete.
Huge save there by Tambakis. We said he was going to get called on tonight. A team that hasn't been kept off the score sheet but once this season. Amo gets left wide open at the back post. See, great pick out by Fieldberg. It's just too much space at the back post there. All the New Mexico United defenders drawn to the ball. Sneaks in at the back post. Huge save by Tambakis.
Ikaza cuts this one back. Now cross is played in. Looking back post. And a bicycle kick was attempted. No issues there for Tambakis.
There's another set piece sight there. Yeah, the first contact again. They're going back post. They're trying to get New Mexico United on the weak side there, coming in at the back post. And it's worked a couple of times in the last few minutes here. New Mexico United need to probably have a look at that. A couple of little warning shots. Here you can see back post there. Mohammed actually gets first contact there, does really well, and it probably was a foul as well. Gets shoved in the back there. That's what it looks like it was given in the end.
Right.
But yeah, the acrobatic effort at the end as well.
Well, we've already seen one banger from Salih Muhammad. That is Sergio Rivas. For New Mexico, Rivas this season, 23 shots, 8 of those on goal, 4 goals for the Albuquerque native. Here's Weehan. Daniel Bruce. Back for Muhammad.
Are you going for a record this year on calls on goals of the week? Being on the USL official Twitter?
I am just lucky to do what I do. It also helps that these guys produce worldies almost every other match. Daniel Bruce draws the foul. We have another look here, TLC replay. And just going through the back there. That was the captain, Eric Pimentel. So Fiesta Auto Group free kick here for New Mexico. This is Chris Weehan. Chris, this is essentially a corner. Weehan crosses, looking back post. Was looking for Kalen Ryden, but it was headed away. Lopez tried to poke that one forward for Ikaza, and Najim will play it back to Tambakis. Mohammed. Najim tried to scoop that one up for Sergio Rivas. Second attempt. Flag stays down. Rivas crosses. Bruce atop the 18. Daniel Bruce tries to pick out the corner. Instead, finds Sombrero Man behind the goal.
can't say this for certain, but I think Daniel Bruce was caught in two minds. Chris Weehan was wide open at the back post, and I think Daniel Bruce saw it at the last second. The ball sat up nice. He was going to hit it. Then at the last second, he maybe thought he might clip it to the back post. He ended up doing neither.
Guzman dispossessed near the center circle. Yukaza now plays it up for Lopez. Lopez does well to work his way out of there until he's dispossessed. Weehan's got Bruce and Moreno both making the run. Rivas filling on the far side, goes for Sergio Rivas. Rivas now has options, crosses in, and that one is going to be out for a goal kick. Rivas just looked disappointed with his efforts.
But you can see there's positive signs for New Mexico United here. It's come right at the end of the half here. Maybe it's to do with the altitude, and RGV are kind of, feeling the altitude a little bit right now. But Chris Weehan in that much space running at the back four is a huge, huge worry for RGV.
Well, and you see he's immediately able to pick out the run of Sergio Rivas. And Rivas, frankly, he has to do better at getting that ball in a dangerous area for his teammates to attack it. So we have been told that there are 2 minutes of New Mexico Pinon Coffee stoppage time. Great coffee, Chris, is a matter of opinion. It never gets old. It never gets old.
That's tickled me since Springs.
Man. Actually had some of the Bisco Burn, the Somos Unidos blend a couple days ago, actually. So good every time. That cross played into the box and just goes over the head of Lopez. Balls to Ikaza now. Ikaza turns, crosses in. Nobody home at the back post.
If you coach Lassane at halftime, talking at halftime, you're going to say that 90% of the dangerous chances for RGV come from wide areas. Stop the service from wide areas. New Mexico United might have a chance of being the second team this season to force RGV to shoot a blank.
Well, and just looking at the numbers through the first 45 here, Chris, New Mexico dominant in possession, sitting with 68% right now. Ball headed away from Armando Moreno, and Ryden now will send it back. And back to Derrick, and he'll scoop that up.
That was well done by Dispe there. It was, he was under a bit of pressure, and you could see he was waiting for some communication from Derrick there, and the ball just sat up high enough for the big guy to be able to nod it back.
Tambakis will see it to his feet, and that's the end of the first 45 with New Mexico on top by way of an absolute banger from that man, Salih Muhammad. Some of your takeaways from the first half.
I mean, yeah, wow, in terms of the goal. Like, it's been a while since since I've seen a goal like that here at the lab. I've missed the game, obviously, but what a strike that was. If there's a goal you want to take the lead in the game and to deserve a halftime lead, that's the one where it just sits up nice and hits it on the half volley. Derrick has no chance in goal.
Well, and how about that initial ball played in from Daniel Bruce outside of the foot? Salih Muhammad knows exactly what to do with it. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with halftime.
make this thing work.
Let's go.
For over 50 years, BIOS has been proudly serving New Mexico. We love being a part of this community and the New Mexico United family, and helping everyone from homeowners to home builders create a space that's both beautiful and practical. Shopping local is about more than getting a great deal. It's about supporting your community, your neighbors, your friends. Visit BIOS in Albuquerque and see how shopping local supports your New Mexico community.
We are here at the Lab, New Mexico United taking on Rio Grande Valley FC. Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst here as the black and yellow on top by way of a Salih Muhammad banger in the 18th minute, 1-0. Halftime is presented by Smith's, fresh for everyone. And Chris, it was a little bit, I think the word you used was clunky. It was a little bit of a clunky first half on both sides. As we have a look here at some of the news and notes from around the league, so you see Travian Souza signing with Oakland Roots. Phoenix Rising becomes the first team to clinch a playoff victory following their 2-1 victory over Tacoma. And New Mexico, big news from right here in black and yellow camp. The club investing $32.5 million into their soccer-specific stadium.
Yeah, unbelievable news, and obviously it's been talk of the town. And here is the Wild West that is, and what we've been talking about all night about how big this game is. That a win tonight puts you above the line.
Yeah, and there you see New Mexico sitting in 6th place, RGV in 5th place. The teams level on points. New Mexico with a game in hand. So a win here for either side tonight would see them jump up into that 4th spot, which, you know, if you get that 4th spot, you're going to be playing number 1 in Pacific, which is Phoenix, in Phoenix. I don't know if you really want that 4th spot. I mean, you're gonna have to take it. 3rd spot's gonna be, you know, tough to catch at this point here as we have a look at the stats. First half stats brought to you by Duke City Cares, your medical family. 1-0, but you can see the production here from RGV doubling the shots of New Mexico despite having just a third of the possession.
And you could see in the first half, there was some flashes where they are a very dangerous team when they go forwards. The save by Tambakis, I'm sure we'll see at some point here, was huge save, and a moment when New Mexico United switched off and allowed RGV to get in there, and Tambakis was called on. And to be fair, he hasn't really been called on enough if you're RGV in the first half, and I'm sure that will change in the second half.
Let's take a look now at some of these scores from around the league. We see Birmingham Legion beating Charlotte Independence 2-1. Sac Republic is blanked by Los Dos 2-0. Real Monarchs drawing scoreless with New York Red Bulls 2, and OKC Energy putting up 2 past Indy 11. Upcoming schedule for New Mexico. Big one Sunday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time at Louisville City. That one is going to be, I believe, on ESPN2, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're right back here a week from today, Chris, taking on the former team of United player Harry Swartz. That is Hartford Athletic making the trip from New England. And then we'll be right back here against RGV again. This is the Week 22 Team of the Week here, presented by Clear Audio. You do see Chris Weehan in the squad there for New Mexico following his game winner against San Antonio. So, Chris, we're looking at about 6,000 here tonight at the Lab. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back with more halftime in just a moment.
Today, as you step onto the field, as you defend and attack, as you move, swift, quick like you were made for this. Know that you do not do so alone. With each step, you run with all of the women before you and all of the women that will come after you. A stampede of mujeres blazing a trail on fire. Time cannot catch you. Para ti no existen los límites. You come from women that transformed pain into victory. Women that accepted impossible as a challenge. A challenge is brought to you and you do not turn away. Your journey today awaits you and you do not step down. You step into your purpose. You step strong. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para. Could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
In the 2019 Reader's Choice Awards from the Albuquerque Journal, Sandia Resort and Casino was voted Albuquerque's favorite casino. Best customer service, best entertainment venue, best slot machines and poker room, best variety of table games, best rewards program, and best golf course. Best buffet, favorite nightclub, favorite casino. Albuquerque, you deserve the best. Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary.
In New Mexico, we know true beauty, true adventure, true color, and true culture. Home to the artists, the warriors, and the multi-generational, multiracial, all-inclusive family that we call the United. This is New Mexico United, and New Mexico United is New Mexico True.
New Mexico United offer a wide variety of exclusive experiences, including private party spaces, individual suites, and hospitality areas. Come out to celebrate a birthday, hang out with friends and family, or treat your clients or staff in one of our private premium areas. Send us an email at sales@newmexicoutd.com or give us a call at 505-209-7529 extension 2 for more information and to book your next event now. Somos Unidos. Back at the lab, Tyler Ortega here alongside Chris Hurst. Tonight's match is presented by CNN, the largest community college in the state of New Mexico. And Chris, 1-0 by way of New Mexico United. Salih Muhammad with an absolute blast in the 18th minute past Tyler Derrick. What have been some of your takeaways here from this first half?
It took a while to get going. Like we said in the last segment there, it was a very scruffy, scrappy game to start off with. No team really stamped their priority. RGV started the better of the two, but only marginally. They just had the kind of the area of the field they were playing in New Mexico United's half. New Mexico United started dominating possession, finally started getting the ball into Chris Weehan, into Sergio Rivas, into Daniel Bruce, into Armando Moreno in front of the RGV's back four and able to get them running at them.
Let's go ahead and have a look at the highlights here presented by TLC. And as we were saying, it was just an absolute blast from Salih Muhammad. It's so fast, couldn't even stay in our camera frame. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing this goal over and over and over for the next week. Probably see it up for goal of the week, maybe even for goal of the month. United fans, you know what to do.
which of course means we're going to hear your voice for the rest of the week as well. But yeah, I mean, an absolute screamer there. And, you know, David Najam had a chance earlier on in the game to maybe hit one and didn't, and he just kept his head over the ball and just hit it.
And this here, massive save from Alex Tambakis, who's had, you know, you said it in the pregame. The question coming into this one, how do you replace Cody Mizell? This one meaning this season. For Tambakis to be signed as late as he was, for as good as he's been just an absolute rock between the sticks for the black and yellow.
Yeah, and obviously there, he didn't have much to do in that first half. So for him to keep his concentration and be able to pull off the 2 saves he had to, huge props to him.
We've got the second half coming up here in just a moment. We're going to step aside. Don't go anywhere.
Chicken sandwich plus fries for $5.99 is made live in a real-life sports bar with live non-virtual friends. This is real life. So real it's $5.99 for a limited time. Buffalo Wild Wings.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Fall in love with your home at American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop and save on the latest in-stock trends and styles for your living room, bedroom, dining room. Plus, for a limited time only, save up to $500 on your area rug with any furniture purchase. Complete the room. Now offering free front door delivery and special financing in Sunday at American Home Furniture and Mattress. We guarantee you'll pay less.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Get your associate's degree in 17 months with CNM Online. A fast degree, no hidden fees, books included, all at an affordable price. All of your courses can be completed online. Take the next step in your career. Get your degree from CNM Online.
At the lab, New Mexico on top of RGV, 1-0, second half. Getting ready to commence here. Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst on the call, whether you're watching on ESPN Plus or on Estrella TV. Thank you for hanging out with us here for some Wednesday night Mountain Division USL Championship action. As coming out of the break for the black and yellow, Chris, I believe we've seen one change, or we're actually seeing the change made right now. We do have a substitution entering the match for New Mexico. It is the USL's all-time leader in minutes played, the club captain, Josh Suggs, replacing David Najam. How does this change things for New Mexico?
Well, it'll be interesting. Obviously, I think whether it's a change of formation, we'll have to wait and see, or whether it's Daniel Bruce drops maybe a little deeper and becomes that wing back we were talking about. I'm assuming it's going to be a straight swap. They stay 4 at the back. It looks like Austin Yearwood's just moving to right back. Not his favoured side, but he's done it before certainly, and he's more than capable of doing it there. So yeah, it was an interesting half for David Najam there. He really struggled to impact the game. He looked a little shaky. He's normally so confident and so fluid and so dynamic in all his movement. He just looked a little off today. So I wonder if he's maybe carrying a little injury or something.
And again, tonight's match presented by CNM, the largest community college in the state of New Mexico. So New Mexico here, Chris, looking to wrap up what would be their first ever victory against RGV, which is incredible. If you think about all the success that this club has had in 2019, their first season, 2020, didn't play a single game at home, had to play everything on the road, still qualified for the playoffs, still won a playoff match. Despite all of that, never beaten RGV.
That is pretty crazy. I don't believe they played them last year.
No.
So that was a game that was called off because of everything that was obviously going on. But yeah, I mean, going back to all the success and what you said earlier on, you know, when you were saying about how 4th place in this division plays top in the Pacific, yeah, not ideal, but was it a week ago? The league put out the stats or chances of teams making the playoffs. I believe New Mexico United, they had them at 39%, was it? It was very, very low. So absolutely, New Mexico United staff will bite your hand off to take that 4th spot. Anything better than that is a bonus.
Absolutely.
Get into the playoffs. Get in the playoffs. And then who knows after that, right?
Yeah, and you know, going back to those projections that you were mentioning there, I think after the weekend matches where New Mexico was victorious over San Antonio, their playoff probability jumped to, I think, about 58%. So, cross played into the box, looking for, I believe that was Flores on the backside, whistled for the foul. And so it is our first Fiesta Auto Group free kick of the second half. This is Alex Tambakis.
It's another one where I'm sure everyone's going to just love Tambakis when they get back in. Daniel Bruce just kind of giving him the eyes there. He's up against the giant left back in G and just slings the ball up to him. And you know, maybe they're hoping for little knockdowns. And obviously Daniel Bruce is a nuisance to play against. We know that. But he's up against it.
Guzman will get us restarted here to Armando Moreno. It's the goal scorer, Salih Muhammad, playing it back to Kalen Ryden. Right on the lip of that infield, Chris, is from our vantage point. We were down on the pitch, you know, prior to the match. And with the baseball season concluding at this ballpark literally 48 hours ago, quite the task for the grounds crew to get the transition done for soccer. They've done a great job with the small amount of time they've had.
Yeah, I mean, having that short amount of time, it's unbelievable.
Oh, and here's Daniel Bruce. Makes the run around. Derrick has to come out and make the save. But Daniel Bruce, you said it, he's a nuisance to play against, and that's what he does.
Yeah, and you could see, so a minute earlier, Armando Moreno drops in deep, gets the ball, draws the back line out, and then not 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, all of a sudden Daniel Bruce hanging off the shoulder of the left back and trying to get in behind. And it nearly worked. You see, great. The experience of Derrick there coming out and nipping that in the bud there, because there was a dangerous chance for New Mexico United there.
So Bank of America corner kick played in. Back post, headed back into the middle, and that one was just poked away from Armando Moreno. This is Guzman. Ryden will hang out there with the strikers. Weehan plays the cross in. Deflected momentarily by Dispe, and going to ground there, I believe that was Babukar Jai.
Sympathy from the curse as always.
Chants of Pobrecito echoing throughout the lab. The 6,000 here in attendance here tonight. Flores winning that header, but cleared away by New Mexico. Here's Moreno, tried to squeak that one through for Chris Weehan. Now Moreno is going to be called for the foul as Ikaza goes to ground. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, the USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com. That cross is played in, and Elvis Amo almost scored his 10th goal of the season.
huge win by Rashid Tete there. I'm not sure if he knew how much pressure he was under there. I'm sure Tambakis was screaming at him. We just couldn't hear it from here. And then the second ball, Guzman does really well, calm under pressure to not just whiff at it, take a touch and clear the danger.
That is Jai to throw it in. Lopez now making the run, goes to ground. Excuse me, Flores, not Lopez. It's number 13, Andres Flores. Or RGV, and it's a pretty dangerous area for a free kick.
This is a dangerous spot. This is, you wonder how much of that is Austin Yearwood playing right back, left-footed, trying to win a tackle with a different foot. It's amazing how little things like that kind of throw you off your game, but really direct there by Flores, running at him, forcing Yearwood to make a decision. And fortunately for RGV, or unfortunately for New Mexico United, it's the free kick.
It's going to be, looks like Frank Lopez standing over this one. Lopez on loan from OKC Energy. And Lopez sends this one right to Alex Tambakis.
Tambakis read what he was going to do there, read his eyes a little bit. He was already moving before he'd even struck the ball, which is a little bit of a risk. But took a little bit of risk, or didn't even need to leave his feet to make the save there. So danger averted for New Mexico United. But you can see RGV just having a little spell here. New Mexico United need to weather this a little bit, get their foot on the ball, start dominating the ball again. RGV are trying to edge their way back into this game here.
When we saw New Mexico dominant in the first half in possession with just over 68%, Chris. Although only 4 shots attempted with that 68% possession, is Tambakis playing dangerously there. Tete did well, and Moreno is taken out. Dispe is going to be called for the foul.
Good refereeing there, though. He waited to see if there was any advantage for New Mexico United before blowing up. But yeah, Armando Moreno, he got taken out pretty good there. You can see he's asking the question. Yellow card, interesting.
So that yellow card brought to you by Roadrunner Law Firm. When you've been fouled in a car crash, call your legal home team, Roadrunner Law Firm. I'm not surprised by that yellow, to be honest.
I think there's been some chippy fouls this second half, so I think that's more the referee trying to keep a lid on things.
Absolutely.
Rather than, there. I think the ball was there to be won. I think Moreno was just a little sharper to it than Dispe was. So, there was nothing malicious in it from what I could tell. But yeah, I think that's more maybe the referee just stamping his authority on the game there.
Fieldberg. His pocket picked by Juan Pablo Guzman. And it looks like we may be seeing another sub coming on here for New Mexico momentarily. Ball played forward. Looking for Flores. That one poked away by Suggs. Andres Flores out of San Salvador, El Salvador. So it is going to be a substitution here for New Mexico. Entering the match is Devin Sandoval. He makes his 25th appearance on this season for New Mexico. Does Devin Sandoval. He replaces Daniel Bruce, the Englishman.
See Armando Moreno already wandering over to the right side there. So New Mexico United second half, yeah, and the end of the first half, we just didn't mention it, settled into a 4-2-3-1. Devin Sandoval, the obvious target man to spearhead that, be that one, and kind of have Rivas, Moreno, Weehan buzzing around him. That's the first header we've won off a goal kick.
Weehan plays this forward. Rivas, Weehan! Blasts it over the bar, does Chris Weehan. was looking to score in his 3rd consecutive game. Not on that one.
I mean, it wasn't, it was no frills by New Mexico United. Route 1, straight from Tambakis, all the way from back to front. Devin Sandoval wins the first header off a goal kick. The Alex Tambakis say, that's what I've been trying to do all day, guys. Wins the first ball. Runners off him. Moreno plays the ball into Weehan. And Weehan wide open. Should have probably done better.
Fjellberg plays this one forward for Ikaza, but Tambakis is there. Ikaza transferred over from Austin Bold during the season. This is his 2nd time playing at the Lab, having played for Bold against United earlier in the summer. Tambakis will play that one long to Carter Manley. It's Manley playing it back to Pimentel. What a touch from Kalen Ryden. Ryden was asking for it back, looking to go on a run, and he gets it back. Here's Kalen Ryden looking to pick out Armando Moreno. Moreno on the end of it, and he's dispossessed by Jai. Brilliant defending from Babukar Jai on Armando Moreno. Yearwood able to get it back. Yearwood has that poked away by Fjellberg.
What a ball by Kalen Ryden, by the way. Absolutely picked him out. Great first touch by Moreno, and yeah, Jai, unbelievable defending because Moreno was off to the races there.
So this is another Bank of America corner kick. With over 4,600 locations, convenient banking is just around the corner. This is Chris Weehan. A lot of big bodies in that 18-yard box. Weehan plays it forward, looking for Ryden, who's asking for the handball. He's not going to get it. Suggs now plays it back. Here's Weehan. That ball is dropped on a dime from Josh Suggs. As Weehan's cross is headed away. That is Ikaza. He's looking for Flores, finds Fjellberg instead. Here's Fjellberg. Lays it off. Flores, cross, headed away by Tete. Manley. Cross coming in from Manley now. Yearwood is there. That is all Tambakis on that one. A new era of Division II professional women's soccer begins in 2023 with the introduction of the USL Super League. Head over to uslsoccer.com/USL Super League to learn more.
This is almost the perfect game for Devin Sandoval to step into. The back four of RGV appear to love the physical side of the game, a little rough and tumble, and that's something that obviously Big Dev doesn't shy away from.
Sandoval has 4 goals on the season. He last scored here against Colorado Springs in the 47th minute from the penalty spot, and that is just about 3 weeks ago on the 4th of September. Prior to that, scoring here at home against Oakland Roots. 3 of his 4 goals scored here at the Lab this season for Sandoval. Tete heads that one away. Suggs and Muhammad both whiff on that. Suggs will send it away. Suggs again from Las Cruces, New Mexico. The captain unable to keep that one in play. Here's Jai, picked up by Armando Moreno. Long ball played forward, looking for Elvis Amo. Tete does well to win the header there. Here's Rivas, overlapping run from Suggs. Rivas being wrestled by Icaza. Rivas does well to get away from the defense. Here's Yearwood now. Kalen Ryden. Weehan, it looked like he was trying to play Armando Moreno through there, and Sandoval stepped in. And then Moreno called for offside.
I think it's safe to say Armando Moreno does not agree with that call there. He's given the AR on the near side there, sorry, an absolute ear bashing there. But really good by New Mexico United there, just trying to take the sting out of the game, keeping possession, being very patient, forcing RGV to chase, which, as we saw towards the end of the first half, they started getting a little leggy, and the spaces really started opening for New Mexico United towards the end of the first half.
Guzman comes away with the interception there. Rivas tried to ping one forward, looking for Chris Weehan. Icaza gets it back. Icaza marked by Moreno, and now temper's starting to flare. Emilio Icaza out of St. Petersburg, Florida. We're going to be seeing a substitution here for New Mexico. And it is going to be Armando Moreno, fresh off picking up the yellow card. He is going to be substituted off as he is replaced by Chelo Martinez. That substitution brought to you by REDW CPAs and Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. So Moreno obviously a little bit frustrated there, Chris, given the night he's had. Had that early goal called back in the offside. And there, you know, we mentioned it in that first half, a little bit in the second half. He was taking a lot of shots tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He'll definitely know he's been in a game when he wakes up tomorrow morning. But it's been the areas of the field where he hurts other teams. You know, right before the chance for Weehan, I think it was. He did a great job where he just dropped into the pocket there, picked the ball up facing. That's where he's really dangerous, when he picks the ball up in those pockets. And they really struggle to find him in those areas, especially in the first half.
Here's Muhammad, the goal scorer, finds Josh Suggs. The Las Cruces native, club captain, Suggs going on a run. Suggs perhaps just takes one too many touches, and he is called for the foul. Adrian Dispe going down there.
I know we haven't seen it back there, but Suggs there, he gets the touch and Dispe doesn't get on the ball. I see why Suggs is a little upset about that one, because, you know, while Suggs didn't connect the pass, maybe that's what the referee's thinking. He gave the ball away, so that's maybe why he gave it the other way, but Dispe definitely did not get a touch on the ball there.
Fjellberg tried to let that one run. It's played out by Josh Suggs. Adam Kilpatrick, our center official here tonight. It's been some chippy play from both of the sides, we'll say, but it's done rather well so far in terms of keeping control of the game. Tete looking to find Suggs, and that's gone off Suggs. Well done by Carter Manley to win the throw. Here's Dispe sitting on a yellow card out of Havana, Cuba. Previously played for Switchbacks. Dispe. It is Chelo Martinez looking to find Chris Weehan. Not 100% sure what happened there.
Me either. It's the game's just very stop-start. Again, I think we talked about it in the first half as well. There's no real tempo right now. But yeah, great tackle by Guzman. Chelo Martinez just run with the ball. Maybe just when he released the ball, he just caught an elbow maybe.
5,377 strong here tonight at the Lab, taking in this Mountain Division matchup. The playoff push is on for both of these teams. New Mexico looking for their first ever win over RGV as a club. They've been unsuccessful in their first 3 tries, having lost just earlier this season. Here's Jai. Gets past Guzman, and that's Tete playing that one away from Elvis Amo. So it looks like we may be seeing a couple of more subs for Troy Lessane's men. We'll wait on that for just a moment as that ball goes over Amo. Manley. Martinez heads it away there from Fjellberg. No foul called there.
New Mexico United playing with fire here a little bit. They seem to be just dropping a little deep, and we've seen this, during that run that we talked about. They'd go one up and then maybe sit further and further back. They need to get on the front foot. We've said already, RGV, there's only been one game where they failed to score. Not wanting to give the kiss of death or I'll get beaten up on my way out of here, but I still feel like New Mexico United need another goal to make sure of this result tonight.
And perhaps Troy Lessane feeling the same. That's why he's brought on Chelo Martinez as well as Devin Sandoval to attacking options for his club. And it looks like we're going to be seeing Justin Schmidt and Andrew Tanari entering the match as well. Tanari leads the black and yellow with 6 assists on the season, and what a challenge that was from Juan Pablo Guzman.
Austin Yearwood a little sloppy with the ball there, and Juan Pablo Guzman using all the years of his experience there, coming back and sniffing out the danger, and even though he concedes a corner, dealt with the danger at hand there. Well done.
A savvy play from the veteran. It's the Colombian from Bogota. So Justin Schmidt, Andrew Tanari will both come on, replacing Sergio Rivas and Juan Pablo Guzman. So Schmidt extra body on the back line, big body on the back line, we should say. And then you get Tanari, the midfield bulldog. Does a little bit of everything, does Andrew Tanari. Those substitutions brought to you by REDW, CPAs, and advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. Corner played short, and Amo climbed the back of Salih Muhammad, just unable to get enough power behind that header.
You can see right now that was a really risky play by New Mexico United, subbing on a corner like that. It's such a pivotal moment of the match, you feel here. And after the corner's in here, you can still see a lot of pointing, gesticulating to each other, people trying to work out who's where. I'm guessing, based on what's happening here, New Mexico United switched their formation, gone back to a 3-5-2 with Schmidt, Ryden, and Tete at the back, Yearwood and Suggs as the wing-backs, Tanari, Mohamed, and Cello maybe, or maybe it's maybe 3-4-3 maybe.
Looks like a 3-4-3 with
Cello up top on the left there, it looks like maybe. But as the corner came in, two players wide open, and Tanari was pointing that he didn't know which one to pick up, and they just picked out the one spare one. So bullet dodge there by New Mexico United. That was a little bit of a dicey moment if you're a fan of the black and yellow.
Less than 20 minutes to go here as this ball played long. Alex Tambakis comes out to grab that. No problem. Alex Tambakis, you mentioned, with 6 clean sheets on the season, is tied 4th in USL Championship. Coming off a clean sheet in his last appearance out in San Antonio. You know, that was a big win for New Mexico as well. Traveling to San Antonio, where historically haven't gotten great results. I think, you know, the playoff match aside, I don't think New Mexico has won at San Antonio through their first couple of seasons.
The announcers last week were saying no one of the visiting teams had even scored in normal time. San Antonio being blanked when they came to the lab, and vice versa. It was a Weehan goal in extra time was the difference in the playoffs last year. So that was the first goal New Mexico United have scored in regular time against San Antonio.
This is dangerous. Tambakis has to come out and make the save, and he does. That a huge moment for Alex Tambakis. And on the ground for RGV, that's Frank Lopez.
Had to be very, very brave there, Tambakis. Quick off his line, could see Justin Schmidt was just struggling a little bit there to get back and cover the ground. Off his line quick, dove at his feet, brave, got ball, man, everything.
And Frank Lopez, the loanee from OKC Energy, you can see Tambakis makes a great save there. Lopez out of Cienfuegos, Cuba.
You see right now, while there's a couple of subs going on here for RGV, but Austin Yearwood has switched onto this left side from the right side, maybe just to add his pace, because all the pace for RGV appears to be down this right side for them.
So it looks like we're going to see Juan Carlos Azocar enter for RGV, and also Christian Sorto. Again, those substitutions brought to you by REDW, CPAs, and advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. 15 minutes left in this one. Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst here on ESPN+. The winner of this match will see themselves move up into the playoff positions here in the Mountain Division. These two sides level on points. New Mexico, however, with a game in hand on the Toros. This is meeting 1 out of 3 over the last 10 matches for New Mexico and RGV. So these two sides will be getting pretty familiar over the next 5 weeks, Chris.
Like the 2020 season all over. Those games are so clumped together. It's like New Mexico United and El Paso played each other so many times at the beginning of the season.
Murphy sizes that one up, and Murphy had Tambakis shaking a little bit. The D-Space still out there for RGV on a yellow. Actually, D-Space, excuse me, was subbed off. As Murphy's run over there by Cello. Martinez looking to make an impact against his former team. Martinez led RGV in chances created over the past couple of seasons. Cello, of course, from the Rio Grande Valley, out of Brownsville, Texas. Sorto trying to get by Chris Weehan, unsuccessful. So it was Fjellberg and Flores that were subbed off. Ikaza plays it in. Elvis Amo. Azokar. Now Yearwood on the left foot will play it back to D-Spade. It's Murphy. Here's Manley. Out of Elk Ridge, Maryland, Carter Manley trying to get back past Andrew Tanari. The New Yorker Andrew Tanari. Manley crosses in. Was looking back post for Sorto. New Mexico able to momentarily deal with it. Suggs gets all ball on that challenge and will play on.
Get the feeling here comes the kitchen sink from RGV.
Sorto, through ball, and that a massive save from Alex Tambakis as Frank Lopez is looking for the equalizer.
And they are committing a lot of bodies forward, RGV, right now. They really are going to make a big push the last, say, 15 minutes here, including added on time. So you get the feeling that New Mexico United are going to have to dig deep to try and keep them at bay, which, as we said earlier, not many teams have been able to do.
Weehan decides to cut it back. Go to Sandoval. Here's Suggs now. Just over 10 minutes remaining of the 90. This would be a huge win for either side. Their hopes of making the playoffs. It's the goal scorer, Salih Muhammad. If you're just joining us, do yourself a favor. Go look up the goal that he scored about an hour ago as this through ball nearly finds the run of Josh Suggs, but Tyler Derrick comes out to scoop it. Long ball looking for Sorto. Tete is there. The Ghanaian Rashid Tete sends it away. Amo, 9 goals so far this season, matches his jersey number. Here's Jai. And a great block by Cello Martinez. Martinez goes to ground. RGV play on. Amo lays it off. And Mohamed plays it out as Cello Martinez is on the ground. Something tells me he took a shot when he blocked that cross attempt.
Yeah, and Troy Lassane is hot over there right now. He is not happy that the ball wasn't put out, but you can't really blame RGV there. There was a instance in the first half where RGV had a player down. New Mexico United were really reluctant to put the ball out as well. And RGV, at the end of the day, this is a at this point for them, this is a must-not-lose game
right.
for them right now. So they're pushing to get back in the game.
Yeah, a point for RGV here would go a long way, and it's not even necessarily the point for them. It's taking 2 from New Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. That's why this next 10 minutes plus change is going to be absolutely huge for how the season pans out for both these teams.
So we've got some more subs here coming in for RGV. We see number 18, Adrian Vera, and also number 27, Kyle Edwards. So 4 substitutes used for RGV, all 5 used for New Mexico. That is our official Adam Kilpatrick. Just chatting with Alex Tambakis, the Greek goalkeeper. Tambakis obviously in no hurry here to get things restarted. Sends this one long, looking for Sandoval. Sandoval battling with Bispe back there. As the ball will find its way to Derrick. And RGV will work out of the back. The ball pinged forward. Here's Azokar. Loses possession, and Austin Yearwood happy to play it back to the Toro side of the pitch.
Seeing one of the big issues New Mexico United there, that Austin Yearwood had a little look up the line, see if there was an option for him, and ends up having to just shell it down the field because they're struggling to find an out ball right now, New Mexico United. So the ball's coming back just as quick as they can get rid of it.
Long ball played forward here, looking for Sorto. Tete gives chase, and Tete is going to win the foot race to that one. Fans, join the USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. And now a yellow card is going to be shown to Salih Muhammad, who is trying to plead his case. And Muhammad has got to relax a little bit. Not totally sure what he's upset about.
There's a lot of gesticulating right now. There's something going on with the 4th official in the RGV bench. The AR on the near side there. There is, from where we are up here, no clue.
Goal kick coming up here for New Mexico. So yellow card shown. Brought to you by Roadrunner Law Firm. All bouncing around from head to head in the midfield. Still bouncing from head to head in the midfield.
I was just about to say, anyone for head tennis, it is not exactly the best spectacle right now again. It's descended into chaos a little bit again here.
Kyle Edwards, who came on as a sub, he is on loan from Houston Dynamo. As Elvis Amo makes the run, unsuccessful. But Edwards, as we were saying, 6'1" out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's got some pace on him. Forward. Justin Schmidt, the Albuquerque native, sends that one away. Martinez was unable to corral that, and now RGV looking to press forward. Edwards tried to play that one back, and Sorto has to chase it down. Here's Murphy. Manley. Carter Manley has that poked away, beautifully done by Austin Yearwood. So corner kick coming up here for RGV. It's Ikaza. As Manley still trying to get up to his feet. You can see towards the top of your screen, a little bit slow moving there. So Bank of America corner kick coming up here for RGV, 88th minute, New Mexico on top 1-0. Ikaza plays it in. Top of the 18. And that was Eric Pimentel connecting with it, just not able to get enough pace and power behind that header to trouble Tambakis.
But you can hear how tense it's got in the building there as that ball was floated out. You know, again, it was about 12, 15 yards out, and the crowd in the stadium realized it was going to fall on the head of an RGV player. There was a collective held breath around the stadium, and then when Tambakis dove on the ball, the sigh of relief and the cheers. The tension in the crowd right now is, you can sense it.
You can sense it, and these fans know exactly how important this match is, right? You know, if you lose this match, no, the season's not over. There's still plenty of game to go. But a win here would go a very long way.
Especially with those two games coming up where these guys face against each other again. That statement of this is how hard this game's going to be in those coming weeks as well.
Now a yellow card has been issued. Gonna guess for time wasting. So Salih Muhammad getting booked there. So the card earlier was given to Josh Suggs.
That's what I was
on the throw-in a couple minutes ago. So now Muhammad goes into the book with a yellow of his own. Sandoval is going to be called for the foul.
I thought we were going to have our very own Graham Poole moment there. I don't know if you heard the Graham Poole, I think, was it in a World Cup maybe, where he yellow carded someone twice and forgot to send them off. I thought we had one of those moments there.
So Roadrunner Law Firm, yellow card when you've been fouled in a car crash. Call your legal home team. Roadrunner Law Firm. Into the 90th minute we are. New Mexico, RGV level on points. Ikaza with the sliding challenge. And look at Tanari giving chase to that one. New Mexico not really even giving RGV a chance to breathe. We've been told there are 5 minutes of New Mexico Pinon coffee stoppage time. Great coffee is a matter of opinion. Here's Murphy. D-Spade plays that one up. Sorto. Sorto just loses possession there.
Concentration, the key here for New Mexico United. If you remember those games during that run, there was a lot of late drama, and I know you can see Troy Lasane's basically turned into a cheerleader on the sideline there, willing his team forward, trying to keep the ball, continuing to work. It is all RGV in terms of possession right now.
Azokar spreads it for Manley. Picked up by Yearwood. Cross goes in, headed away by Schmidt. Pimentel crosses in. Amo connects with the head and sends that one over the bar.
Another bullet dodge there. Alex Tambakis got caught in two minds. He didn't know whether to come or whether to stay. He decided to come, got nowhere near the ball, and was as happy as anyone to see that ball sail over the crossbar.
Long ball. Ryden watches that one go over. It's Edwards, and what a clearance from Justin Schmidt. Big time.
Hearts in mouth moments there for New Mexico United. Big time save and tackle, goal save and tackle by Justin Schmidt.
So Bank of America corner kick coming up here for RGV. High arching, looking back post, goes over everybody. Dispe goes to ground. The clearance there is blocked by Sorto, but handball is called.
And breathe. Everyone in the lab right now needs to take a deep breath there. You see, Alex Tambakis is doing everything possible to try and take the sting out of the game, waste as much time as possible. How many times have we seen other teams come into the lab and do the same thing to New Mexico United?
Just over 2 minutes of the allotted 5 stoppage time minutes remaining. Ikaza has that one poked away by Chris Weehan. Martinez, and Martinez sees Derrick a little bit off his line, has a go. Why not? If you're Chelo Martinez there. Dispe plays one long. Connects with Justin Schmidt. Here's Vera. Looking for Amo, and Tambakis is going to let this one ride. So, Chris, live table, if results hold, New Mexico will be at 37 points in 4th place, leaping RGV and Austin Bold in the standings. Just over 60 seconds remaining in this one. Goes out off of Sandoval.
If New Mexico United survived the last 45 seconds, you cannot understate how important this result is. We said that tonight was a playoff game and a must-win game, and it looks like New Mexico United have managed to come out on top here.
And if that's the sentiment among the fans, imagine what the word is like in the locker room, right? If we all know this is a must-win, as this cross is nowhere near anybody from Azokar. You know, if the fans recognize that this is a must-win, the players surely know that it is, right? And they have to be feeling that pressure even more so. For New Mexico to come out, perform the way they have, their 4th win in 5 matches, powering themselves to the playoffs. What a win it is here for tonight for the black and yellow.
Yeah, and you could tell 100% the players knew exactly how important this game was. You could tell in the performance. It was a scrappy game. It has not been a game that you're going to write home to your mom about. You know, it has been, quite frankly, hard to watch at times, to be honest, but no one will care. The most important thing is those 3 points in the bag.
Martinez, New Mexico looking for the insurance goal. Weehan tucks it away, and that is the nail in the coffin. New Mexico 2, Rio Grande 0, and this will be the first win over RGV in club history for the black and yellow.
I think now we can start talking in absolutes rather than if they hang on, if they manage to win this game. That's the insurance goal, like you said. It's been a long time coming. It really hasn't been a good second half by any stretch. But New Mexico United managing to defend the way they have and springing. All they needed is one moment of quality in the second half. Great ball by Cello. Tanari, cool as a cucumber, pops it out to Weehan. A great finish.
7th assist on the season for Andrew Tanari. And for Chris Weehan, that is his 5th goal in black and yellow this season, Chris, to go along with a few that he scored for Orange County. 9 on the season for Weehan. 3 points in the bag for New Mexico here tonight. 2-0. Alex Tambakis with a monstrous performance.
Yeah, and it says 2-0, and that probably puts a little bit more of a shine on the result. It was not an easy game. It was not a comfortable game for New Mexico United. Huge amounts of effort and grit and determination have gone into this. Not as much quality as maybe you've seen in the past, but all the other qualities that you need this time of year going into a playoff push.
And look at the joy on the face of Alex Tambakis. Make that 7 clean sheets on the year for the Athenian. Back-to-back clean sheets, Chris. 4 wins out of their last 5. New Mexico finding form at the right time. Salim Muhammad powering them ahead early on in this one with that banger. We're going to step aside for just a moment, and we're going to be right back to wrap things up.
B-Dub's new crispy hand-breaded classic chicken sandwich plus fries for $5.99 is made live in a real-life sports bar with live non-virtual friends. This is real life. So real it's $5.99 for a limited time. Buffalo Wild Wings.
This one's for all the parents whose idea of a big night out is a 15-minute drive to a takeout window. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
New Mexico United offer a wide variety of exclusive experiences, including private party spaces, individual suites, and hospitality areas. Come out to celebrate a birthday, hang out with friends and family, or treat your clients or staff in one of our private premium areas. Send us an email at sales@newmexicoutd.com or give us a call at 505-209-7529 extension 2 for more information and to book your next event now. Somos Unidos.
This is where I keep my memories. Those carefree days when we were all so close. Those sounds, shapes, those special places. I've missed them. I'm ready for some new adventures. And so is New Mexico.
Back at the lab, New Mexico victorious. A big win over Mountain Division rivals Rio Grande Valley FC. Tyler Ortega, Chris Hurst here to wrap things up as the Curse very excited here tonight, waiting for the boys to do their customary run-up right in front of the supporters section. These are your full-time stats brought to you by Duke City Cares, your medical family. Chris, we see New Mexico, the shots doubled by RGV. New Mexico, however, dominant in possession. The 4 yellow cards, however, issued to the home side here.
Yeah, and it was death by a million crosses as well for RGV Toros. New Mexico United dug deep defensively. Only the 2nd time this season RGV Toros have failed to score.
Let's go ahead and have a look now at the full-time highlights here at the lab. We'll start things off early on. David Najum picking up the assist, and this, an absolute blast from Salih Muhammad. Probably going to see that up for goal of the week.
And I know you're going to be pleased with that because we get to hear you all week. But yeah, what a touch by Najum. He's seeing there, just puts it in an area. It just sits up nice for Muhammad. He thinks, why not? And just absolutely unleashes a screamer in the top corner.
And that right there was your Michelob Ultra play of the match. That is Salih Muhammad's first goal for New Mexico in 2021. And then this, Alex Tambakis with the save of the match. He was also our man of the match. Made tons of saves here tonight, wrapping up his 2nd consecutive clean sheet, 7th overall.
Yeah, and this one, he just took a step to his left, thought there was a cross coming, adjusted quickly. Spielberg tried to beat him at his near post there, and there could have been a number of saves that we decided to use for save of the game. Tambakis earned every bit of his paycheck tonight.
Tambakis, also your Pepsi Man of the Match, as it was a huge performance. We've heard what Troy Lesane has to say about his keeper, saying how big he's come up time and time again. Alex Tambakis, the perfect fill-in for Cody Mizell, right?
Yeah, again, we asked the question at the start, right? Who was going to fill those boots of Cody Mizell? And Alex Tambakis, quite a lot of pressure on him when he came into the club to do that, knowing how loved Cody was. But he's been one of the standout players for New Mexico United this season.
So again, this here, the final goal, it was Chris Weehan with the nail in the coffin. And that 3 goals in his last 3 games for Chris Weehan, finding form back in black and yellow once again. And that is a sight you never get tired of seeing, Bees putting it in the back of the net at the Lab.
And you can see the relief, the excitement by the fans, because I think that was the 5 minutes of added on time. That was the moment that fans finally had a little sigh of relief and realized the 3 points were in the bag.
So New Mexico victorious here tonight. They move up across the playoff line, now sitting in 4th place in the Mountain Division on 37 points. They've got a big one on Sunday out in Louisville, as they'll be traveling out to Lynn Family Stadium to take on Louisville City FC. You're not going to want to miss that one. That's going to do it for us here tonight at the Lab for our entire Windfire Productions crew. Our director, Gary Williams, Chris Hurst, joining me on color. My name is Tyler Ortega. Thank you for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.